Good morning, students. Today we will start our first chapter from Moments book, and the name of the chapter is The Lost Child by Mulkraj Anand. Mulkraj Anand was an Indian writer in English, notable for his depiction of the lives of the poorer castes in traditional Indian society. The story goes deep into the reader's heart. It shows that parents are an inseparable part of a child. Although a child is childish in nature, he is more serious than an adult sometimes. He values his parents the dearest of all in the world. The story, The Lost Child, is an interesting story. It describes the working of a child's mind. In it, a child wants to buy a number of things when he goes to a fair. He feels sad when his parents don't buy anything for him. But when he is separated from his parents, he loses interest in everything. Now, the summary of the chapter. It was the time of Spring Festival. There was great excitement in the atmosphere. The people could be seen busy going to the fair. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. A child was also heading towards the fair along with his parents. He was very happy and excited. While his parents were going ahead with all their attention on reaching the fair, the child enjoyed the beauty of the nature with utmost curiosity. He was excited and thrilled to see the small toy shops on the way. Those stalls of toys fascinated him too much. He wanted them but was well aware of his father's harsh attitude. His mother, however, tried to pacify him and divert his attention towards other things. What were the other things? A flowering mustard field, a group of dragonflies, little insects, and worms, etc. The child ran after them. Come, child, come, his parents called from the shade of a grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. He ran towards them. At last they reached the fair, and large number of people left the boy confused. He was happy and bewildered at the same time. He was there and he saw a sweetmeat seller at the entrance and was tempted to have the burfi displayed on the counter. He demanded the sweet half-heartedly. Why half-heartedly? Because he knew that instead of buying it for him, his parents would term him greedy. So he moved on further and soon came across a flower seller. Fascinated by the Gulmohar garlands, he again made a faint demand for flowers. But he knew well that his parents would not buy anything for him, and they would say that flowers were cheap in their opinion. Moving on, he saw a balloon seller. He was thrilled to see the brightly colored balloons, but knew that his parents would not buy any one for him because they thought that he was too old to play with balloons. Next, a snake charmer. Snake charmer means a performer who entertains people by performing tricks with snakes. So, a snake charmer was there and he was playing the flute. This drew the child's attention. The child moved towards him a little, but he withdrew his steps. Why he got back? Because he knew that his parents had forbidden him to hear such rough music. On moving ahead, the child was charmed by a roundabout. Roundabout, that is merry-go-round. It means a swing that turns round and has wooden or plastic animals on which children ride. So roundabout, it was in full swing. Failing to resist his desire, he made a bold request to his parents to let him go on the roundabout. The child did not get any reply. When he did not get any reply, then he turned to look at his parents. They were not to be seen anywhere near him. He got extremely scared and started crying. He ran here and there but could not find them. He rushed in panic to a shrine which was crowded with people. He tried to make his way through the feet of this crowd but was knocked down and began crying loudly. A man heard his cries and rescued him from being trampled. Lifting the little boy in his arms, the kind man asked him how had he got there and whose baby he was. The scared child did not answer and kept crying and asked for his parents. The good man tried to soothe him and took him to the roundabout, offering to get him ride on the horse. But the child did not want anything else than his mother and father. The man headed towards the place where the snake charmer still played on the flute to the swaying cobra. "Listen to that nice music, child," he pleaded. But the child shut his ears with his fingers and shouted, "I want my mother, I want my father." The man took him near the balloons, thinking the bright colors of the balloons would distract the child's attention and quieten him. "Would you like a rainbow-colored balloon?" he persuasively asked. The child turned his eyes from the flying balloons and just sobbed, "I want my mother, I want my father." The man was still trying to make the child happy. He took him to the gate where the flower sellers sat and asked, "Would you like a garland to put around your neck?" The child turned his face away from the basket and sobbed, "I want my mother, I want my father." Then the man took him to the counter of the sweet shop and asked, "What sweets would you like, child?" The child turned his face from the sweet shop also and only sobbed, "I want my mother, I want my father." In this way, the man offered to fulfill all wishes that the boy made just a little while ago. But the child turned down all the offers. He just wanted his parents and nothing else. So, what message do we get from the story? The message is we really don't understand the real value of parents and we take them as granted. The significance of parents is only revealed when they are out of sight and we realize that the world is upside down. So, this story surely throws light on the fact that we should value our parents and should not take them as granted. And I hope that we have realized this fact after reading this chapter, The Lost Child. Thank you very much.